So when it comes down to Caitlin Clark, we've got to talk about the media. We've got to talk about the media here. And it doesn't matter what side of the media you are on. It doesn't matter where you are. Caitlin Clark's not human. And that comes to Prime. That comes to a lot of, for me, that's even the games and stuff. Caitlin is subhuman to a lot of basketball analysts. She's subhuman to, I don't think she's being treated like a human in that Congress situation. I think it's an excuse for them to just go after the WNBA. I think that also, when it comes down to it, you've got people on these podcasts that don't know anything about Caitlin. You've got people on ESPN that may as well treat Caitlin Clark like she's subhuman. And I think in general that it's not good for her. Like, I genuinely think that when it comes to Caitlin, that everyone keeps saying Caitlin needs to speak out. Caitlin needs to speak out. They don't want Caitlin to speak out. They want Caitlin to just go. They want Caitlin to leave. It's kind of as simple as that. They want Caitlin to leave. I don't know why you want, your main money draw to leave, because for me, it's more interesting trying to tear her down now than anything else. So you've now got freaking Jeff Teague's podcast, which is borderline mainstream media, saying silence is compliance about Caitlin Clark. And basically saying that she's MAGA. She can't keep dodging the question. What do you mean keep dodging the fucking question? She said last week, in 6 days, 6 days after she says, I don't agree with any of this, stop using my name. It's really hard on me. I'm human too. I don't like seeing my name being used in these situations. 6 days later, silence is compliance. What are we fucking doing? And then you've got before the game, 6 days later, can you please stop talking about the flagrant foul? No one deserves any hate. Please stop talking about the flagrant foul. 6 days, 2 weeks after it happens, they use the whole pregame to not talk about the game of basketball, to talk about a bullshit flagrant foul that was obviously a flagrant foul. They don't care. Whether it's Prime, whether it's ESPN, she's subhuman. She's subhuman to them. And that is so unfortunate. It's not that they want Caitlin to speak out against her fans. Caitlin Clark has spoken out against the people that use Caitlin Clark's name to push narratives every single time. She's done that hundreds of times. That's an exaggeration. She's done that double-digit numbers of times. You cannot say, there is only so many times you can say. And heck, the Time article, these same people that are now, Caitlin needs to speak out against these guys. 2 years ago, they were like, Caitlin's gone woke. Oh my God. Read what Jason Whitlock was saying about her back then. Caitlin's gone woke. And now suddenly they can try to push Caitlin Clark's narrative again because someone went after her. Then it's like, Caitlin's Angie, who she's already speaking out about, needs to speak out against these people. It is the most nonsense thing ever. And from all sides. And let's be very clear, this is an all sides thing. And I'm somebody who, as I've said tons of times, I come from Ireland. I started making these videos because I liked watching Caitlin Clark play basketball. I watched Caitlin Clark in Iowa before the summer that she broke out. I was one of those people, as crazy as this sounds, I was one of those people in 2021, because everybody knows Paige Bueckers was more popular than Caitlin Clark in 2021. I was one of those people that when everyone was talking about Paige, and there are people that can back me up to this because I used to stream Caitlin Clark highlights in 2021, 2022, in Caitlin Clark's sophomore year, I used to stream Caitlin Clark shooting from the logo, watching her highlights to 1,000 people. There are people that can back me up on this. And then I looked into a situation where I started posting NBA videos. The Caitlin Clark videos did really well. And I got to enjoy watching a basketball player who I felt was the most fun basketball player. Obviously, the basketball is not as fun anymore. There's injuries. Her coach doesn't want her to play her game. The team isn't as fun to watch. Even when Caitlin's firing on all cylinders, her game comes down to makes or misses. Some days she's so good that she's still fun to watch, but the team and the system, and it's not Showtime anymore. It's not Showtime anymore. It is literally it. Someone says they want Caitlyn to explicitly condemn her fans, not just racist and abstract trolls. No, yeah. She wants Caitlyn Clark to condemn the 8-year-old sitting in the stands. They want Caitlyn Clark to basically pull a Maya Moore, to go out and say, I don't want any of you guys, all you fans, all you kids, all you fans, you're horrible. You see these like 12-year-olds that are sitting in the stands, you're all racist, go support somebody else, and then they want her to leave. That is literally it. Because let's be very clear. There are 2 million people that watch Caitlyn Clark play basketball. What percentage in life, in everything? I always say 95% of people are grand. 2.5% on either extreme are a problem. We're now at the stage in the world where maybe 7.5% of people on either extreme are a problem. And the vast majority, 85% of people, are grand. There's no issue with 85% of people. Wherever you are on the spectrum, whether you're leaning one way or leaning another way, you're not far enough of an extreme where you're actually like causing any harm. 85% of people. They want Caitlyn gone. They don't want Caitlyn. They want Caitlyn literally to list off a whole bunch of statements and be like, I'm this person, I'm a racist, all of you guys that are fans of me are racist, I need to leave to make this league better. That is what they wanted to do. That is what the media wants to do. They're tearing her down as a human. They're not tearing her down as a basketball player. They are tearing her down as a human. Caitlyn Clark will never win at the next level. Her style. I mean, we don't know. We don't know that. Literally, there are 2 players in the WNBA right now that have won as the 1A on a championship team, and it's Angel Wilson and Breanna Steward. There are 2 current players in the WNBA who have won as the 1A. So we don't know. We don't know if it's even like. We have no idea. Everyone says you can't win with a certain style until they win with a certain style. You can't win with a small point guard. Brunson did it. You can't win with young players. The Spurs got to the finals this year. You can't win. Had CP3 not gotten injured, Harden would have won a ring. Like, you can say what you want to say. Everything is like, if you want to look at the league as a copycat, the problem is the sports are a copycat league and teams do dumb shit. Like the Boston Celtics, allegedly, one of the reasons they were comfortable trading Jaylen Brown was because they think Peyton Pritchard is going to be Jalen Brunson. So it goes from, these small players are 6 men, and suddenly Jalen Brunson wins a ring. So now it's, oh shit, we think we have our Jalen Brunson. No, it's dumbass copycat league. And the problem is with all of this is that, like, there are dickheads on every side. There are awful people on every side. Like, let's be very clear. Like, to act like this thing on Threads isn't even a thing. Where Alyssa Thomas, or where AT, or Aaliyah Boston is now a disgrace to her race. Why? Because she plays for the Indiana Fever and did this. Like, we're at that stage now where that's the case. And that is the online hate you can't control. That is the online hate you can't control. I genuinely don't want, like, in a lot of situations, like, I don't want the WNBA to care about that. The problem, like, yes, there are certain things where it goes too far, but at this stage, like, the referees are bad, everything is bad. I think the media realizes now that, Caitlyn Clark is no longer an interesting enough player to cover as a basketball player, and I hate to say that, and it's because of the system. As great as Caitlyn Clark is, you don't turn on a game in June. You don't turn on a random regular season game in June and watch Caitlyn Clark play 100 miles an hour and setting up her team to go on a 20-0 run, rebounds, passes, pushing the floor. This team doesn't play in transition anymore. Like, you've got a 10 out of the best transition player in the league on a team who doesn't want to play transition. So Caitlyn's strengths aren't being there, and she's basically just make or miss. And so that's no longer an interesting enough story. So then you've now got you've now got a situation where you've got the media that are like, okay, we can't really talk about Caitlyn Clark's basketball, so we're gonna continue this bullshit race narrative. And that's from all sides. That's from all sides. You've got one side that's gone so far as fucking Congress is there to defend Caitlin. And you've got the other side that is now saying silence is compliance when she spoke out against this shit a week ago. Like, they literally, like, at this stage, it's like, okay, do they want Caitlin Clark to speak every single day? No, because they know no matter what she says, it's never going to be enough. She's subhuman to them. She is subhuman to them. And yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, see you guys.